So, one of the things that's been going on in the world recently is a lot of the attacks against young black men from policemen. You know, I'm not going to say just white policemen, but there have been a lot of videos that I've looked at personally lately that have shown where police, quote unquote, have been taking their authority a little bit too far out of the spectrum of protect and serve. You know, one of the things about the Colloquy is we bring people from interesting backgrounds. And added to our panel today is Anthony. Anthony, would you please introduce yourself?
My name is Anthony Moore. I am the manager of Maduro's, where we're at right now. And I also served in law enforcement for about 5 years. I served in Arizona as a deputy sheriff, and also served in Gainesville, Florida as a police officer.
I'm Manous, and I'm a realtor here in Atlanta.
Bernard, I live in Atlanta. Happy to be here.
First, I want to ask, what do you feel is your opinion against the crimes that have been targeted towards young African American men by the police?
Well, I think that it's definitely a problem. You know, a lot of times in law enforcement, the law enforcement community, they tend to stick together regardless of the situation. I have a different perspective now that I've been in law enforcement. I've also been now I'm a civilian, right? I think what a lot of people don't understand is that law enforcement officers are judged against the same standard as civilians. So if I'm in a shooting or anything like that, I still have to be able to articulate that my life was in danger, so forth and so on. I think why a lot of police officers tend to get off is because we learn how to articulate.
My take on police when I was growing up was they always fuck with us for no reason.
Right.
So you fuck with me for no reason. So how am I supposed to have respect for you? Now, in light of everything that's been going on in the world, I've had to have a conversation with my son's mother because it's scary to me raising a boy. I can't raise my son the same way that with my thoughts.
Right.
So I need to understand how to teach him the police are your friends. Listen to them, do what they say, so we don't have these situations.
Right.
Well, I don't even think I don't think we should give them the message or send the message that they're your friend. I think you should send the message that they're an authority and you should respect them as such. I don't have any male children. I have a daughter, but what I do tell my nephews is, you know, if you're ever pulled over for whatever reason, you respect that person and you absolutely go step by step as to whatever steps you're about to take.
Going back to your point, I think you do have to educate our youth on how to handle law enforcement. For example, I tell everybody, you get pulled over, roll all your windows down, because your goal is to make that officer be at ease. Because the truth of the matter is, when I'm pulling someone over, I have no idea who that person is. I have no idea if they intend to hurt me, you know, if they intend to kill me, if they just got done murdering somebody. I have no idea, so I have to approach that person with caution. So when you're looking at all these major events that have taken place, you know, you do have to understand the position that this officer is in, all right? And a lot of times people will say, well, you know, they pulled me over. How come it takes 3 or 4 officers, you know, for this one little traffic stop? Well, you gotta look at it this way. Many officers have been killed mostly during traffic stops. If I am working on duty and I hear my fellow officer pull someone over, I happen to be in the area, I'm gonna go just to make sure that they are safe, you know. Now you do have police officers that take their authority and they just go far left with it. When you look at Mike Brown, when you look at, you know, Eric Garner in New York, you know, me having law enforcement experience, I do agree that some of the things that they did were not warranted. They were not justified whatsoever. They went against policy in a lot of cases.
But even the Mike Brown case, officers are given tasers for a reason. He could have tased him.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely.
He didn't have to kill him.
Absolutely.